This is the world now, bringing you everything you need to know from around the globe. China and Russia on Tuesday vetoed a United Nations Security Council resolution calling on member states to coordinate efforts to protect commercial shipping through the Strait of Hormuz. Moscow and Beijing argued that the measure unfairly targeted Iran. 11 of the Council's 15 members voted in favor of the resolution put forward by Bahrain. The draft had already been significantly scaled back before the vote, removing any authorization of force and dropping language on binding enforcement, but these concessions still failed to win Chinese and Russian support. The U.S. ambassador to the United Nations condemned the vetoes, saying Iran's closure of the strait was blocking medical aid and supplies from reaching humanitarian crisis in Congo, Sudan and Gaza. Russia and China said they were preparing an alternative resolution on Middle East maritime security. Iran's UN ambassador praised the vetoes, calling them a barrier against what he called the misuse of the Security Council to legitimize aggression. A gun battle with Turkish police outside the building housing Israel's consulate in Istanbul has left one attacker dead and 2 others wounded. Turkish authorities said the attackers, 2 of them brothers, arrived by car from the city of Izmit and carried automatic rifles and handguns. The exchange of gunfire on Tuesday lasted at least 10 minutes. 2 police officers sustained minor injuries. No Israeli staff were present at the consulate. Israeli diplomats had withdrawn from Turkey shortly after the Gaza war began in late 2023, amid large protests and a freeze in Turkish-Israeli diplomatic relations. Heavily armed police and armored vehicles have been stationed around the consulate since then. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security on Tuesday raised the possibility of withdrawing customs officials from major international airports in so-called sanctuary cities. This would effectively halt international travel to and from jurisdictions that are not cooperating with the Trump administration's immigration policies. Homeland Security Secretary Markwayne Mullins said the move was one of several options under consideration as Congress remains deadlocked over DHS funding, but he stressed that no final decision had been made. Airports serving New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, San Francisco, and Seattle are among those that could be affected. The proposal carries potential consequences for U.S. trade, tourism, and the FIFA World Cup scheduled to begin in early June. The Artemis II crew began their journey back to Earth on Tuesday after setting a new human spaceflight distance record during their journey around the far side of the Moon. In a first for any crewed space mission to the Moon, Artemis II made direct radio contact with crew members aboard the International Space Station. Artemis II's crew are targeting a splashdown off the coast of San Diego on Friday, wrapping up a nearly 10-day test flight that will set the stage for Artemis III next year and a crewed lunar landing attempt with Artemis IV in 2028. Chu Ji-hyun, ArirangNews.